Hey, Drivetribe, Migz here, and I'm with Bruce Meyer.
Yes.
How you doing?
My pleasure. I'm doing great. I mean, how bad can it be? Right here at Pebble Beach, by the hot rods, my favorite.
Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody here at Drivetribe?
Sure. I'm Bruce Meyer, and I'm certifiably car crazy. I love hot rods. I love sports cars. I love everything on the lawn here at Pebble Beach. And I had the pleasure of founding a museum in Los Angeles called the Petersen Automotive Museum. So I'm the founding chairman, and I'm still very active. So if you get to Los Angeles, I want you to be sure and stop at the Petersen Automotive Museum.
Did you ever drive at all?
I have raced at Bonneville. I've set a land speed record in a not at 700 miles an hour.
You forget to mention that in your introduction?
Well, we gotta talk a while. So I love Bonneville. I love going fast. I love hot rods.
Great. Well, I see that you're showing a car today. We're going to take a look at that right now.
Sure. This is the 1932 Ford. Everything on it is Ford Motor Company except a few of the accessories. And it's a perfect example of less is more. It's the most beautifully designed 32, and I kind of consider myself an expert in 32s. I have 10 1932 Fords, more than anybody should have. But I love 32s because it was the defining year. It was the first year Ford Motor Company came out with a V8, and it kind of is the genesis of hot rodding. So this particular car is very special. Understated elegance.
Okay, well, let's take a look.
So what we have here is the nickel Roadster, and the reason they call it the nickel Roadster is because all the bright work is nickel. And it was created for, and a lot of the input came from a fellow named Bob Morris. The car was built 30 years ago, so it's not a new build, but it set the standard of build for 1932 Ford hot rods for sure. And the interesting thing about this car is just the simplicity of it. It doesn't have flames, it doesn't have a lot of fancy chrome work, but it's pure taste and style. And you look at the panel fit from the body to the door to the hood, everything is perfect reflection. And the workmanship, look at the steering wheel, just the detail in the steering wheel with the knockoff. So this was all created original instruments, all old Stuart Warner instruments resurfaced, and the interior is green, the exterior is black, and it's just one of these tasteful builds. On the very nose of the car is an emblem which resembles an Indy emblem, and that was designed for the car. And it's just, again, like jewelry. Everything about this car is jewelry. And the engine, which is really quite remarkable, is a Ford Gurney Westlake GT40 engine. And allow me to open the hood. So the engine is special. Again, not overdone, but original Ford GT40 engine with the Gurney Westlake. And it develops about 450, 500 horsepower, which is adequate. And again, the firewall's all been filled with only one protrusion for the fuel line, which has to happen. And the trunk of the car is also quite an interesting study because it was done by Ron Covell, who's one of the premier metal workers in the world of the automobile. And that's all hand-formed aluminum. The tanks, big tanks, everything about the car shows handcraft, simplicity, and high design. So it's here in a class with hot rods that were cover cars. But again, this car is simplicity. It's not overdone, and it doesn't have a lot of the bling. So whether it wins a prize or not, it's truly an epic car and one of the high standards of hot rodding.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today, Bruce. It was a pleasure to meet you and to see your car.
Well, it's a pleasure. And again, I hope I see everybody out there at the Petersen Automotive Museum. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Got it.
We'll see you on Drivetribe.